Alright. Hi everybody, my name is Jamie Cormier, and I'm going to be doing the disability tag. Number 1, what is the name of my disability/disabilities? Okay, well, I have several disabilities. The main one being scoliosis kyphosis. The other ones I have are Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which I do not know what type I have. I also have sleep apnea, and I also have something wrong with one of the arteries in my heart. I have what's called Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, which is also in relation to my heart. I have a lot of stomach issues, migraines, stuff like that, but some of these are side effects of the others. The main ones being Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and scoliosis kyphosis. Okay. How does it affect me? Let's see. Well, the scoliosis affects me in a lot of ways. Mostly because I have rods in my back now, so I'm limited in some activities that I used to be able to do. Like, I can't run, worth a crap. You see me running, you'd probably laugh. It's kind of funny to watch. Both of them affect me pain-wise. Ehlers-Danlos is more joints pain, and the scoliosis is more inflammation and spasms and pain from my rods. I can still drive. I still go to college. I just am limited more than the normal person that is not disabled. Okay, hang on. How and when was I diagnosed? Okay. Well, that's a little tricky. I was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome right after birth. I don't remember exactly how old I was. And the scoliosis, it was originally scoliosis diagnosis, was at 8 months of age. And it originally started because I was having physical therapy for my Ehlers-Danlos, because Ehlers-Danlos is weak joints, so they were trying to improve my motor skills, all that junk. And my physical therapist noticed that my back looked like it was starting to curve. So Mom pursued it, went to the doctor. Fast forward, I get diagnosed with scoliosis. And sorry, my nose is running. Let's see. I'm going to change my shirt when I'm done. What is something that I enjoy that I cannot do as much as I'd like? Well, I'm a people person, where I used to be before the rods and all the pain. Because as a little kid, I didn't have much pain. But, with old age comes pain. Yes, I know I'm not even 30 yet, and I'm talking about being old. Yeah, I live on pain meds basically now. I still go to school, and I don't take pain meds when I have stuff to do. But if some stuff can be put off. So the stuff that can be put off if I'm having a really bad pain day, then pain meds and hello bed. But yeah, sorry, I'm rambling. Visiting people, going out and doing stuff. I'd probably be finished school if I didn't have disabilities. Probably be working by now. So my life is a little more slow-paced than I'd like. But, it is what it is. God knows what He's doing. So all I can do is let go of the reins and let God be God. What is one experience I would not have had if I did not have a disability? There's a few. I would not have been going to physical therapy. I would not have met the physical therapist from school. I would not have had adapted PE. So I wouldn't have met my adapted PE coaches. Wouldn't have met the special ed teachers, even though I was in mostly mainstream classes. I did have some classes with the SPED kids, so I got to be friendly with the special ed teachers. I would not have started special Camp We Can Do for special needs kids. I wouldn't have some of my friends who are special needs. I would not have gone through my St. Louis journey of Halo Traction and met all the people that I'm friends with now from that journey. I probably wouldn't have gotten close with my little friend Julia. Really, there's no telling what my life would have been if I didn't have a disability. I probably would have been getting into trouble as being a rebel. Probably I may have ended up on drugs or alcohol or smoking or hanging out with bad crowd as a teenager. Having a disability kind of kept me grounded a little bit. Yes, there were times where I was like, poor pitiful me, I don't fit in, I still wear children's clothes. I wish I was normal. I want to hang myself. I want to fit in. I don't want to be bullied. Yeah. Sorry about that. That was my imitation of teenage me. Yeah, y'all should really read my journal from that time period. I was so emo. What has my disability taught me? I don't know what my disabilities taught me, but having my disability has opened my eyes to other special needs. It's given me a passion for special needs, and disabilities and fighting for disabled rights and being an advocate, stuff like that. Fighting for people who do not have a voice. Like, for example, I see somebody being bullied that has autism or something they can't help, and I'm ready to take a baseball bat to the bully's legs. Yeah. Which it ends up me getting bullied in the process, but it is what it is. And another thing, it also taught me that yes, I have this disability, and yes, I have pain days, but there's always somebody worse off. Okay. Does my disability affect my planning for my future? And how? Yes, because I used to be where I'd plan things months in advance. You can ask Mom how many classes only one class I actually failed because of it, but I would plan my birthdays months in advance, and now I don't plan ahead because I'm having to take things day by day. So I guess one thing my disability getting worse has taught me is slow down. Not everything has to be perfect. Life is not perfect. But yeah. Like, for example, whenever I first started college, I had less pain because I didn't have rods yet. I started when I was 18, fresh out of high school, and here I am almost 30, and I'm still in college. But I had to take time off because of surgeries and recovery and pain, and then more surgeries and health issues and So, yeah, and then I got engaged and as y'all know, I'm not wearing my ring because my fingers swell, but I will get it. Yeah, so I got engaged And I don't even know if that's the right hand. I think it's this hand. I don't remember. Anyway, we got engaged in Christmas 2018. And I thought for sure we'd be married 2020. And here it is almost 2021. And we just kept having to push back because my pain, and I kind of wanted to get more schooling done, and he keeps losing jobs and just different stuff. And I kind of want things stable a little bit before I have this big grand affair of a wedding. And maybe I'm naive, I don't know. But yeah, and I know I'm probably naive in this, but even as a little kid, I've always wanted to be a mom. And I know that carrying a child, pregnant-wise, would probably not be the wisest decision. Maybe surrogacy, maybe foster or adoption. Don't know. Right now I'm taking my maternal frustrations out on my dog. And dress her up, spoil her, all that stuff. If I could give my younger self one piece of advice about living with a disability, what would it be? Well, I've had this disability since I was a baby, so I'm guessing that the piece of advice I would give my young self would probably be around the time period of 5 years old, after the first incident of finding out I was different. And I'll give y'all a little synopsis of what happened, even though this story has been beaten like a dead horse. As a little kid, I was always stuck up mom's butt, and went everywhere with her. I was basically her shadow. And we went to the grocery store. And I don't know if anybody else is familiar with these types of grocery stores, but this particular grocery store was called Delshamps. And Delshamps had a movie rental place in the front. So you could always go rent a movie either before you went grocery shopping or after. And despite going with Mom to the grocery store, I decided I wanted to go look at the movies and not go walk the grocery aisles with her. So Mom left me alone at the movie department, which this was the 90s. You can't do that today without a kid being kidnapped, which I pity the kids nowadays that have to grow up in this society, because we had a little more freedoms. But rant on that another day. Anyway, I was in the movie area, and it faced the entrance and the exit. You could go in and out both ways. Anyway, I have my back facing the entrance, and I'm looking at titles. And this mom and her little girl come in. I want to say this little girl is maybe a year or two younger than me. I was about 5 at the time. And so I hear this little voice. "Mommy, look, the monster mannequin. It's scary." Okay, so I turn around, curious to see what this little kid sees. I don't see any movie posters that look scary. I don't see any cardboard cutouts. And so I turn and I happen to see her, and her finger is pointing right at my direction. Yeah, so 5-year-old me is a little confused, and I'm kind of just looking at her like, what? And I start to say something, but the mom is all embarrassed, and she quickly rushes her kid out of that situation, leaving me alone, confused. And I hear the little girl, as her mom's ushering her away, "Mom, I wanted to rent a movie." Yeah, so I'm there confused, and this movie rental area had a glass case. Well, 5-year-old Jamie's looking at herself in the reflection, and she finally sees what everybody else sees. Back sticking out. And then I'm kind of looking at people in the grocery store. No, their backs don't stick out like that. I guess I do look kind of scary. Well, Jamie, 5-year-old Jamie, is depressed now. So instead of wanting to look at movies now, she goes to a bench nearby. And she is, I don't know if I can do it in this rolling chair, but I had my, nope, can't do it. I'm not as flexible as I used to be. But basically I had my legs like this and my face and my knees, and I can't do that. Whew, I'm out of breath just doing that. Not that flexible anymore. You're almost 30, Jamie, not 5. Anyway. So if I could give myself one piece of advice, I'd go back to that time period afterwards, because that's when the floodgates of questioning and all that stuff of, why am I different? Why am I like this? And all that stuff. Because before that, I thought everybody went to the doctor as often as I did. I thought everybody had to wear body braces, blah, blah, blah. And, so, if I could go back, I would just tell myself that some people just don't understand. They're not educated in it. It's nothing against me. It wasn't anything I could help. I really don't know what kind of advice I'd give myself, to be honest. Just somehow try to make myself feel better. Talk about 3 other disabled YouTubers I enjoy watching. I met this girl, she's from St. Louis. Her name is Madeline Hubbs. She has 1 arm, and she is very, very confident for somebody that has a disability, which I envy her about that, but she does tutorials of how she does daily things with her just 1 arm, like braiding her hair, tying her shoes, playing the ukulele, just different stuff, and I thought that was pretty cool. And that's one. Another one would be my friend Allie McManus. She's a singer. She used to do covers, but she's also released her own music. I don't know if she does anything really on her YouTube anymore, but she used to. And so that's 2. There's one other, but I can't remember her name. She's not one I watch a lot. And I don't know for disabled YouTubers to do this tag. So anybody that's disabled that wants to do this tag, go right ahead. I'm not gonna tag anybody particular, but if you have a disability, and I'm trying to learn this myself, is it's not something you can help. So, and this is our one life, so we might as well love it, live life, love it, and laugh about it. Anyway, God bless, peace out.